Dear students and parents, welcome to TestprepKart channel. This video is going to be about JEE Main Chemistry and we will be covering the low weightage topics of JEE Main Chemistry. So we will go through all those topics which carry low weightage in JEE Main Chemistry. Let's move on with the video. So before we start with the low weightage topics, we must revise once that what are the topics, what weightage they carry, how much effort is required. And for that, we can refer to this quadrant which is shown here. Okay, so this is the weightage quadrant for JEE Main Chemistry. Let's go through it and then we'll focus on the low weightage topics specifically. So starting with here in this quadrant, as we can see that this represents this y-axis represents effort and x-axis represents weightage. So this quadrant has what? High effort and high weightage topics. Then similarly we have high weightage, low effort and all that. Okay. So here as we can see in this particular quadrant, okay. So we see that this first quadrant, it represents what? Yeah, it represents low weightage and we can say that it has high effort. So the topics which are included are as follows. First is periodic classification. Second topic is S block elements. Then we have alcohols, phenols and ether. Then we have nitrogen compounds. We have amines. We have ionic equilibrium. We have solid state. We have biomolecules and polymers. Now moving on to the high effort and high weightage topics. Here we have the most important general organic chemistry or GOC. We have isomerism. We have aldehydes and ketones. We have carboxylic acids and their derivatives. We have mole concept. We have thermodynamics and we have P block elements. Now moving on with the low weightage and low effort. Here we have metallurgy, then we have hydrocarbons, we have chemical equilibrium, we have solutions, we have redox and volumetric analysis, then we also have qualitative analysis. Now finally moving on with the other topics where you don't need much effort required is less, but weightage is high. So low effort, high weightage. In this particular quadrant, we have the topics like atomic structure, then we have chemical bonding, we have gaseous and liquid state, we have chemical kinetics, we have electrochemistry, we have nuclear and surface chemistry, we have D and F block elements, and then we have coordination compounds. So I hope now you have got a brief idea of what the syllabus is like and what the weightage distribution is like in case of all the topics. Now, next we will talk about the specific low weightage topics and we'll discuss it in detail. But before we move on, I want to announce something that for NRI students, we have prepared an NRI's ebook related to DASA CIWG quota. Kindly download this from the link below. Finally, we will discuss the topic of our concern, which is the low weightage topics in JEE Main Chemistry. Now let me tell you that it is very difficult to decide which topic carries low weightage or high weightage. As such, you should study all the topics. But yeah, this is the case because as aspirants for these exams, you have to at times prioritize which topics to cover, which not to cover at the end moment. So this should be your end moment, like this will be very important for your end moment preparation when you will be in a situation where you have to select between the most important ones and you have to leave the low weightage ones, right? So this, just keep a note of these topics, although the weightage fluctuates year by year, but more or less this is based on an average analysis of the papers over the years. Okay, so without any ado, let's start with this. So first we'll talk about the topics. First is chemical equilibrium. Then we have redox and volumetric analysis. Okay. So chemical equilibrium, it does not carry very much weightage, although 1 or 2 questions can be there. Redox and volumetric analysis. Again, you can skip this one. Solutions, 1 or 2 questions can be there, but yeah, it is not very frequent. Again, coming to metallurgy, not very important for JEE Main. Qualitative analysis. We can say this, sometimes there can be questions, but again, it does not carry very high weightage. So we can consider it under low weightage. We can say hydrocarbons, it carries low weightage. Then coming to mole concept or some basic concepts of chemistry, we can say this also carries more or less less weightage. We can say ionic equilibrium, although we can expect questions sometimes, but yeah, it carries low weightage. Solid state does not carry very high weightage, it has kind of low weightage. Then S block elements, also low weightage. Periodic classification also carries low weightage. Classification and nomenclature. So this is not a particular chapter, but yeah, in general, classification and nomenclature does not carry very high weightage in JEE Main. So it can be classified as a low weightage chapter. Then coming to alcohols, phenols and ethers, also this carries low weightage. Moving on, we have nitrogen compounds and aliphatic amines. So aliphatic up till aliphatic amines, just 1 or 2 questions can be expected. So this is also not a very high weightage topics. And then finally coming to biomolecules and polymers, this is also a low weightage topics. Again, if you have ample amount of time, it is advisable that you cover most of the topics. But again, if you are at the last moment preparing for your examination and you don't have time, you have to prioritize. So these are the topics which you can safely keep aside and move on with the other topics which carry high weightage so that you can gain maximum marks in your examination. So I hope I could make it clear for you which are the low weightage topics for JEE Main Chemistry. If there is any further doubt, do comment below or connect with us on the link in the description. Do subscribe to our channel to keep yourself posted with the new topics. So I hope you like this video and see you in another one. Thank you for watching.